is primarily work on a little bit of jiu-jitsu. We're going to do a little bit of teaching. What I want for you guys to do is help each other out, especially if we have some ranks that are lower than brown, lower than tan. So I want you guys to kind of help them out, help those students out. You're doing stuff. Don't just grapple them, but be talking through it. A lot of the grappling today, I don't want you to be focused on because you'll wear yourself out and be focused on like trying to win. You guys understand what I'm saying? Now there's going to be some times, like if you go against a bigger person and you both agree, hey, we're going to kind of really grapple, then you can. Or if you go against someone your size, you can do that too. But for the most part, I want you guys to kind of go slow, methodic, play around with some ideas as we're going through. I will specifically be showing a few things. I'm not going to show a whole lot. We're going to do more rolling than anything else, but I'll be showing a few things. I've got a couple other people that are going to show. I'm probably going to spring something on him. He may show a couple of things too, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so everybody go ahead and stand up. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and great. Okay, very good, guys. All right, everybody go ahead and have a seat. Okay, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start out, we're going to warm up with falling properly for you. So I want you guys to do that. Basically, we're doing that 10 times on each side. And go! Okay, very good. Everybody go ahead and sit up. All right, now we're going to do the other simple one, which is just we're sitting up like this. Everybody knows this. All we do. Okay? So I want you guys to just obviously just 10 times. Ready? And go! Introductions. I'm not going to introduce myself because everybody in here knows me. It'd be weird if you didn't. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start from this side, and all I want you guys to do is just say your name and say where you're from. So, when I say where you're from, don't say Indiana. Does that make sense? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, okay.
I'm Tobias, and I'm from Yukon.
My name is Jason Pulowski, and I'm from Tulsa. You want to say more?
You can say more. That's good.
Yeah, so I'm actually specifically a Wing Chun / Jeet Kune Do student of his, and I'm also an assistant coach at the Cohesion Training Academy Association, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So he invited me to come out here today to participate in your class today, because it's primarily a jiu-jitsu grappling-oriented class. So, glad to be here.
Okay, so, and most of these guys in here, with the exception of Tobias, because he hasn't gotten to that level, most of these guys know exactly what Wing Chun is because it's in the curriculum for them as they come up. Also, just to let you know, our brown belts and above, so basically everybody, raise your hand, Ethan. From him on down, all of those guys can do joint locks, so they can do wrist, joint, and all that stuff. So if you want to add some, if you feel like you want to add that kind of thing in for these guys, that's perfectly fine. These two have not gotten to that point yet, but they can. But he does jiu-jitsu, he's done jiu-jitsu too, he does Wing Chun, so that just gives you an idea of what we can do when we're rolling around. Again, guys, when you're rolling around with your partner, We can try some of this stuff out if you want to add some Wing Chun movements to be able to get in. You can do that, okay? If you want to just do regular jiu-jitsu, yes sir.
Are throws allowed if we can?
Yes, absolutely. So every single one of these guys I've gone through the throw part of our curriculum. Now, yes sir.
Are we going to be starting from standing or sitting down?
We're going to be starting from standing. We're going to do a little bit more warm-ups though before we do all that stuff, before we get to that. So what I'm going to do, we're going to warm up a little bit further, but after we warm up, I'm going to have Mr. Jason, okay? I'm going to have him show you guys one or two of his choice of throws, and we're going to work on, because he specifically does judo, so he's a brown belt in judo. So I'm going to have him show you guys, and he's also a brown belt in jiu-jitsu in their system.
This is my jiu-jitsu, my Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. I'll clarify that because there are differences, Japanese, Brazilian, but this is a American Judo Association brown belt, and also Seidokai karate black belt.
Yes, yeah. As a matter of fact, the place that I used to teach at in 2000, I used to teach their black belts back then in 2000. He's from that place. As a matter of fact, I taught his dad weapons, to be honest.
He helped us get through Y2K.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I taught his dad some weapons techniques. I didn't teach him weapons exclusively. I'm just saying he was there when I did a couple of stick seminars and things like that. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, just to let you guys know who he is, now you know, okay? So let's start off like this. Okay, everybody stand up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna just work on a real quick, simple footwork drill. Again, this is warm up. That's all we're doing. So if you don't do it perfect, I'm not worried about perfect. We're really just working on warming the body up, okay? So what we're gonna do is a two-step footwork drill, which everybody should be able to do because it's just like blue belt. So it's like, let me borrow you for a second, Jason. Let me stand right here. So we're here and we're going to do the two-step step across this foot here and then step here. You guys can tell where I'm going, right?
Yes.
Everybody sees it, right? Okay. So we're here. That's all we're doing. So we're just stepping across in line with the other foot and then stepping back with the other foot. And you can even, if you feel like grabbing, you can do it, but we're just stepping. That's all we're doing. That's it. We're not doing a throw, we're just doing the footwork movement, okay? All right, so you guys are going to step, step. I want you to do step, step on both sides. We're gonna do it about, let's do about 10 times on each side. That's good. Okay, here we go. Ready? And go. And then basically you're going to go the same thing in the other direction. Does that make sense? You're just keeping into a ball but rolling on your
So kind
side.
of like the green belt sort of.
Yes, except you stay in a ball. That's the only difference. Okay, ready? And you're going back and forth. I want you to do that. We're going 5 times each side. So 1 time, so 10 times if you're counting. Going back and forth. Okay, ready? And go. See what I mean? You gotta watch out for rolling into somebody. I'm doing this on purpose because I want you guys spatially aware. Okay, very good. All right, guys. Let's briefly talk about, before we're gonna do one more exercise after this, but that's gonna be it. Let's briefly talk about what jiu-jitsu is. Who can tell me? What is jiu-jitsu? Yes, sir.
Well, in the original language, it means gentle movement.
Say that again?
In the original language, it means gentle movement.
Okay.
It's a flowing action. It's not meant for necessarily for action.
Now you can use it for injury, right? The funny thing is the original jiu-jitsu isn't even as soft as the jiu-jitsu now. I don't know if you guys knew that. The reason why they called it jujitsu, gentle technique, is because it's more gentle than slamming someone's head into a spear or something. You know what I mean? I know it sounds gross, but it is. It's way more gentle than that, right? You're just taking someone and you're coming here, and you're breaking something instead of taking them out. So they considered it gentle. Does that make sense? Okay. Originally for war is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when they used it in the wartime. But as we became more modern and during times of peace or garrison, as they call it, the Marine military, when there wasn't war, okay, they started becoming more softer, became more of a more about the internal part of it and less about the physical ability to mess stuff up. Okay. So now you're going to get a partner, and what I want you to do. Go ahead and stand up for a second. Well, okay, so this is what we're going to do. You're going to grab your partner here like that. Your partner is going to push down against you like that. What I want you to do is push them out like this, and then they're going to walk in. You're going to let them bend in, and you're going to push them back out. Okay. Now, as you push them out, they're not going to let you push them out. They're going to try to stop you from doing it. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
This is what you're doing. So he's coming in, and I'm pushing him back out. He's trying to stop you from doing something. Good. Just like, does that make sense? Okay. Say that again.
How many times do we do this?
The idea of today is 10 commands. So everything is 10. All right, get you a partner, and that's what I'm going to work on. Well, it's also a free to something else, to be honest. Trying to stack me. Do you see what I just did? And he's coming up trying to stack me. Oh my God! See what I just did? Okay. What's cool about that is as he comes in, and he's coming nice and close, and I pick him up, I can throw him, or I can, technically you can put him in an arm bar from there, technically, with him being up in the air. Okay, so I don't want you guys to do it right now because you don't know how to come up. Yeah, there you go. From here, if I get his arm right, I can easily in the air arm bar him from that position. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So anyway, all right. One thing that you want to do is turn those shoulders. Okay. Get those shoulders to turn so you can get your hand in and try to step and try to sweep. Okay, whether you're sweeping with the inside foot, right, or you're stepping in and trying to get with the outside foot. So if I try to hook this leg and he does that, I might try to switch, right? Okay. Or I might step in as he does that. I'm going to go right in and right. See, I just go with him now. We're just going back and forth. But the idea is if I can turn him sideways or if he can turn me sideways, it's easier for him to get in, yes, to be able to take me down. Does that make sense? What's really nice about this, if he turns me sideways and he steps in to take me down, go ahead and sweep. And try to sweep. Go ahead and sweep me down fast. I can actually use that against him. Okay? You guys understand what I'm saying? So, the main idea is not all that, that's the more advanced stuff. But it's turning, all right? Turning to the shoulders. Okay. So when you turn those shoulders, you can get in easier. Whether it be that way, or turn the shoulders like this, and I can come in and put this leg, or I can put this way, right? Notice if I do that, I want to lean and I'm pushing this arm straight in front of me, like that. Does that make sense? Okay, but the main thing again, we're focusing on this. Okay, this is the main thing. Once you get in this position, it's easier to step, all right, or it's easier to hook. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay, that's all you're doing. You're just we're not taking down. I don't want you guys to take down. We're just standing and doing that. All right. All right, so get you a partner real quick. If you no takedowns, guys. I'm trying to get in position. Learning how to use those to get in position. There you go. Yes, there you go. Correct. And shift is what makes it easy is because he's going to where are you doing? So shift and then step. Or shift and then step. Yep.
And you're already going
While he's trying to adjust, you can always step in.
See? I'm gonna step this way.
Good. Switch him again, so that he
Yeah, there you go.
Go to the other side. Switch him again. Go to the other side. Oh, almost got it. Almost got it.
So, here's one thing I can do when I have you this way.
So all I want you to do is pull me towards you.
Then go to the leg. Well, actually,
You
do
force
that.
it.
Yeah, but
Do that first. You do that first.
and that, or use your back. As you turn it, step into the back.
Okay, time. All right, guys. We're gonna change partners. Okay, with your partner, you guys can bow, shake hands. I'll do my best to take you back. All right, here we go. Ready? Grab positions and go.
Well, let's move over here.
Sorry.
How's my bad?
I can't go on back and forth, can I?
Not right now. Ten seconds.
That's actually what we were trying to do.
And time. Face your partner. Bow, shake hands.
Thank you for making
All right, everybody have a seat?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes. All right. Okay, at this time, I'm gonna have Mr. Jason come in and show you guys.
I'm gonna go over. This is a simple, basic judo technique, a search guard. You've probably seen it or done it before in some form or fashion, but I'm gonna go over some more nuance to you that you hopefully helps you in your martial arts journey. So, let's go this way. Let's see. I will do this way first. I'm gonna show this from different angles. So this, turn this way first. So I'm gonna show you this basic grip. I have a collar grip. And depending on the throw or technique you're trying to do, you either want to be up here for control. You might want it loose. I'm just sitting right here on his collarbone, where I can like dig my knuckles into his collarbone. Actually, I'll come down just right under the collarbone. And I'm going to take here this hand and see all this slack in the gi. And this is, you can always adjust this if you don't have a gi top on, but I took the slack out. So now we have a solid grip. You can do this somebody's jacket, coat, whatever.
Pause for just a second. You can also do this here. Let me see. If someone is really old and they have really loose skin right here, you can wrap it.
If you're talking like real self-defense, I would definitely grab skin. But I have this is up at the elbow. It's a good place to be. Not too high. You can do wrist, but elbow is a bit. You have more control of the arm. And I don't want here. I want here ideally. And typically, like say a judoka, so one of my instructors is a judoka, you can control somebody by stiff arming him. And now look at his body. His head he's off balance. So this is the concept of kozushi, which is off balancing. This is a Japanese term. So just a second, we'll get there. So in any type of takedown setup, you want to make sure you have some type of grip, obviously, and some type of containment of that person and control, and you want to off-balance them in some form or fashion. So this is the off-balance of Osotogari. This is the basic movement. I'm going to step with this foot over here. As I do that, I'm going to bring my hip basically to where his hip is. As I do that, I'm taking this hand and I'm moving, I'm pulling. This is your pulling hand, this is your pushing hand. In a lot of grappling, you have pushing and pulling. So with this hand, the kazushi aspect, to take his head off balance so that he's only on one, his balance is to one leg, I'm going to, and if this is like, you don't have to do this to your partner, but if this was a competition or a real situation for you, you'd actually punch. So I'd have this, and I would punch through. See, I'm pulling, I'm pushing. So as I step, pull, push, so that put him on this leg, he's off balance. The last part of it will be, this is a foot sweep. So I'm bringing my foot up, I'll be here. And then you're coming back through. And I'm going to bring my calf muscle, roughly to his calf muscle. And it's like it's a sweeping, like that. I'm moving this up. I'll just put you on there. You see? Basic movement. You get back up on your own.
You guys see how he landed? Everybody see how he landed?
Yes.
That's important, by the way. You guys remember what I teach you guys after you throw? How you base at the end?
Do you like to y'all get up on your own? Like, do y'all get up on your own?
We can do safe stand if you guys want to. That's probably
Because I was either gonna help you up, or I don't know if you wanted to emphasize like getting that kind of like
safe stand. Yeah, safe stand. That's good. So you guys can do safe stand because it's a good idea. So
I'll add just a few more details, then we'll try it. So, and to his point, and this is a very good point, contain and control somebody on the ground. Now granted, if you have multiple, if you're talking like, you have been in a scenario where you're fighting multiple people, you might just throw the person, let them go, and re-engage somebody else. But if we're talking competition, you need to contain and control the person. So I'll do this one more time. You see the grips, Kazushi out balance, this foot sweep. Now, I have my knee here, and we're primed for, we have an arm bar.
So if you guys can't see it, but he's pressing and leaning his weight down on me, so I cannot come up. Do you understand? So he's almost like kneeling on me, sort of. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? But he's being nice. He's not putting his whole weight. He's just holding it right there, right? If he was actually doing this, he would lean his weight down.
Floating rib down here.
And so now I'm really stuck. He just came down a little bit. So this right here controls the head, okay? If he was here, and even if he had this knee down, my head's So now I can, you see what I'm saying? I can do this sort of thing. But because he's got this against, he's controlling my head right here. So now, you see what I'm saying? I'm not only stuck here, but I'm stuck here.
The point of this is not so much, that's very good. I don't emphasize so much the arm lock attack of it. Just you're going through a basic takedown to a contain and controlment position. So this is containment and controlling. The arm lock, the submissions are the easy part. It's how you get there. So if I did want to hold him, and I've got this jacket, I want to add a tidbit right here. See all this extra material? See how I'm grabbing it like this? I'm pulling his shoulder up off the mat. And so obviously since I have that shin bone against his neck, he can't turn. If I lift, he's now extended. In a lot of martial art, we want to be tight, especially if it comes to grappling, especially on the ground, or if you're striking in a kickboxing, boxing sense. You want to have tight elbows for blocking here. He's extended, so he can't be tight. Now he's compromised. Does that make sense? I will just demonstrate this one more time. We take a different angle. Thank you. Is that good? Yeah, this is fine. So I'm just going to do this one more time. I have my grip. It's on the elbow over here. Use your kazushi, your step, off balance, and the sweep. And the contain and control. So that's Osoto Gari, a basic judo sweep. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, guys, I didn't even do it that time either. I thought about it when I was halfway up. But when you guys get up, go ahead and practice getting up properly. Does that make sense? So safe stand. So go ahead and practice doing safe stand when you get up. Okay, everybody stand up. So with that,
So you're gonna
that
push,
allows
pull, so off balance.
Basically, where this is.
Put like pressure on the neck.
Now, as you do the step now, I'm going to just lift. I just want you to slowly punch my head back or just so step and punch. Yeah, see that? That's what is this called?
Step here.
No matter how hard it is,
Bring this leg up.
like I have a scar from getting it.
Does that make sense?
Now, do this containment.
Go ahead.
Every single time I'm in this position, my legs hurt.
Mine's a bit harder.
Now bring these in. Bring this to the detriment.
That's what you're
Now bring your foot a little higher. Yes. And then bring your, as you pull up, push down with your knee. See now, it's harder for you to move Because you don't want me. Well, the fact that I can move like that, it's tighter.
That's right, you're on top of it.
So if I I can't go. If I go that way, I don't want my arms to be hyperextended like this.
Right.
But I can't go into your shin bone. You have a wall, a frame on me.
Yes.
Recenter.
Hey, sir.
I turned the air off, so sometimes make it too cold. Just show me.
I think it feels good right now.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I think it feels good right now. To have a little breeze.
It feels good.
They call me the breeze. It's Leonard Skinner. Right? It's Leonard Skinner. Oh. Now, be a good uke. Be a good uke. Don't do this. So start, and you need to use these lines as a reference point to give your as a good partner. Just stand right here. This gives me a reference point, just for the sake of training. Oops, don't want to step there. Step up. There. You find in Jiu-Jitsu, obviously. We all come from the same parents, Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm going to start off the same. Here's the same grips, you see? When I step in, I'm going to step here with basically, you just do this, just a slice of the lighter. For the sake of training, actually. We'll step on, I'll use the line.
You can just stick with the line.
So I'll use this line. So, see this step? I'm not stepping all the way up here. It's not for this one, for the variations. So I'm stepping here, and I'm pulling him to me tight. That's the first part.
Sushi is what he's doing right there.
So I'm bringing him to me. Bringing him to me. Now look at the back, what this leg is doing. So I step, see that? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So we cross step, plant, and I'm pulling him to me. This hand is going to slide around the back to the lower part of his back. Now, if we're talking sport competition, you can take this gi top. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. See this?
Yes.
I can bring it over the belt. So now I have material over the belt. It's just a firmer grip. Now I load up on my hip. And I'm gonna look at my watch. You see this? I'm pulling up. And that elbow is I'm gonna elbow back. So look at the watch, elbow back, now he's on the hip. So now, it shouldn't hurt your lower back at all. So I can get up on my calves and slowly exhale. Still the contain and control. One thing we want to avoid, as I'm going slow, sometimes, even for me, I'm trying to keep my balance. We don't want to take too many steps here. As somebody's loaded up on your hip, as you smoothly go through the motion and the flow, it's less damaging to you. But if you're having to load up, then you don't want to do too much of this. It needs to be a smooth. That's your motion. One more time. Contain and control. How'd that feel? You good?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Okay. That is Ogoshi, which is a hip throw.
So similar to our number 3, but just a little bit different variation. I do want to add one tiny little, because it always used to bug me when I'd see judo guys talk about pulling somebody in, and what they actually meant was you come in and pull at the same time. You're using both forces. You're not just using one. You guys understand what I'm saying?
That's what I was telling you.
So yeah, so you're not going. Okay, so you're transitioning here, right? And you're coming to this position, and you step back. But the idea is, he said you're pulling and doing this at the same time. Now, do you see what happened to his body? He's leaning on me now. That's where you have to get to the point where they are able to lean. Now I'm not rolling out. Now I feel good. Okay, and then from here, obviously, he can pick them up and throw them very easily from that position. But it's you're pulling and getting in at the same time, is what I'm trying to say. Okay.
This works very well. You learn it from a static position, but really, it's your feeling, is what I was telling you. Your feeling, if their energy is coming towards you, you just take it. If they're already coming this way, you pull them in. They're already giving you the energy. So it's like, you're not having to muscle. They're already coming towards you, so you're just gonna help them towards you. And then you're setting up your frame for which you would execute your movement. That make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, get your partner off. Remember, we practiced the step. You got it.
Pull them in.
Pull me in, and you step behind. You got to step first with this leg. Yes, as you pull me in. There you go. Yes.
You had a grip, an enter, an off balance, and an execution. Right.
can do it, Bo. You can do it on him.
Step that foot back. There you go. You just knocked her 2 out.
He's got long legs.
That's how you
And
really
big feet.
use judo. So, see, when you do
It's not your foot that hit my face, it's more of me that hit your foot.
Mess up your eyebrows?
No, the wind from your face moved.
once you come here,
Plant and
there you
move.
go.
Watch out.
Pull your
Yeah.
right like that. Makes sense?
And now time to
See how good that feels? Yes. And it's fun to find the air. taking down.
Do we
Everybody
start-
understands that, right?
Do we start, like this?
You can start connected or disconnected however you want to with your partner. It doesn't matter. Whatever, there's no striking, no punching and kicking, guys. Okay, we're just grappling, that's it, alright? Okay, did we already face our partner, bow, shake hands? If we haven't faced your partner, bow, shake hands, I'll do my best to make you better.
That's fine.
Okay, if you want to start connected, you can. If you want to start disconnected, you can. Alright, no, I don't have my phone.
No,
That's right.
right.
Okay, ready, go! Oh, nice! Oh, nice! And time! Take your partner. Alright, on this one, everybody starts on the ground, not standing. On the ground, guys. Alright, here we go. Ready? And go! Look at, does he look winded to you? He just went, where'd Brent go?
Brent.
Brent disappeared.
You guys can
I think he went to go get air because he gets hot pretty easy. But he just went with Brent, and Brent's a good purple belt, I'm telling you. Is it pretty good?
It's strong base.
Yeah, he's got a really good base.
So it's hard to sweep in.
Yes. I used to sweep them all the time. Now it's a lot. I have to be really tricky now to sweep them. So, but he's not winded at all. Okay. The reason he's less winded than all of you guys. You guys understand that? So what that means is that you're doing too much right now. You understand what I'm saying? If you're winded, if you're sweating so much, if you're hot, sweating so much, unless you have a reason, if you have hot flashes, but none of you guys are over 40 and female, so I don't think that counts. But
Out there.
yeah, when you're grappling, so if we're down here, right, and we're just grappling, watch him as he moves. Let's just go normal. Okay. Watch him how he moves. You see how he's moving? See that base? He's keeping really, really good, strong base. And as he moves, he gets a good position. I get a good position. He switches each time. He's coming up and kind of letting me do that. See? That was very good. You guys see how he did that? Now he comes up. You notice we're moving in and out. Yeah. You see how it plants? He comes in. He stays off of me. He comes into me. Right? See how he's moving? Yes. See how he rolled with me? He could have easily come back over. He could have easily from this position. He could have easily from here pinned me down and stopped me. Go ahead and like subdue me with the wheel. So he could have pinned me down from here. You see what I'm saying? And stopped me from trying to move, and then I have to use these small movements to try and attack. Does that make sense? And then he continues to attack, and then I continue to position. Then he switches his position, which allows me to switch my position. But you understand what I'm saying? So that takes more energy for me to do that when he's pinning me down. Okay? But you notice he's not pinning me down the whole entire time. He's moving, I'm moving. Right? I might get on my back. I might push him. He gets in this arm guard position. I want him to do that so I can come here. But he pushes his hip. Yep, comes around. I get my feet in the way. Yep, and I'm just relaxing. I'm trying to stay nice and relaxed. He's keeping his weight not all the way on me. So we're not doing as much work. Does that make sense? Ah. See how we're moving? Does that make sense? You guys understand what I'm saying? So there's not a lot of there's not a lot of that. You guys understand that? Because what we're doing is I'm not trying to beat him, I'm just trying to move. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I want you guys to do with your partner, is try to gain position.
Okay.
Right? So as you go, try to gain a position with your partner. Don't try to beat your partner. Just get in a position where you can do something. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, now let's go one more time. Actually, we're probably going to go 2 or 3 more times. So go ahead and get you another partner.
Get out from underneath. Out from underneath.
Okay, face your partner down. All right, here we go. Ready? And go!
Protect your neck. You need to turn into him. Or get it. into me. No, just push into me. There you go. That's good. If you push into me, you stop me from being able to do all that stuff. We need to get out from between his legs. Pass his legs. Pass. I got it. He's doing ground tai chi. You gotta get past him. Stay on top. You're close. Just get out now. Escape. Trap it on. If you can. Keep it bumping. Trap it on. If you can.
We're no little pickles.
No, I am.
Pass that knee. Clear the knee. Alright, now you gotta he's got you locked in. You gotta escape that. Get your knee to his butt. You gotta kick back. Break his grip. Once the grip is broken, you gotta pass. If you're on the bottom, like sweep in. Yes. Try to get a sweep maybe. Okay, you got some options there. You don't know exactly what to do, but you have something there. You do. You have a go-go option potentially. You have a front-to-face style. Now, try not to stay underneath and try to sweep or have to take it back. Not bad. Try to get a knee in. You can frame on top.
Am I landing?
Hi.
Yeah. More or less. You know. Hey, watch. Hold on.
In time!
Get out.
Who's your partner?
I gotta fix my.
Alright, here we go. Ready. And go!
Yeah. And go.
Oh yeah, now I do. An arm bar you down.
You got this arm. Wait, hey, where'd you go? Now you're on your back. What are you gonna do? Get the knee off your belly. Don't let me sit there. Sit up.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Wow, very high pages.
Yes, I do. Keep yourself over the back. Get on your left hip. Get on your left hip.
Yeah, last night.
Bring my face. Pull my face back. Pull. Now I reverse it.
No.
What was that? I got that leg again. What am I gonna do? What have you been?
Oh, buddy, come here.
The only thing I could do at that point is just Hard.
Ready?
Unless this is
Situation, then I might hurt you. You're the way to break out of your back mountain.
Well, how about my super spider?
Nope.
Get your hooks in. Get your heels inside, my side.
Where are the eyes?
No armor! Get your arm over there. Arm over there.
Time! Face your partner!
Yes, I do.
I gotta fix my belt.
That was fun. I had them folded in half. I had one arm both legs.
Submitting people, in the beginning, you're not going to be able to do the submission right. You could accidentally hurt yourself. You see what I'm saying? So you could do it in a way where it makes it unnecessary to do a submission. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but if you break the thing, then you can't use it anymore. That's what I mean by that. You understand what I'm saying? So the purpose of submitting somebody is stopping them from being able to use that and you maintaining control, a level of control. Does that make sense? Over in that position. That's why when you do an arm bar, you hold the arm bar. That's part of the reason why we do containment. We haven't done it here lately, but part of the reason why we do containment positions in jiu-jitsu, what we call containment positions, other people just call them, what do you call it when you just get into the position, maybe just the position. When you get into the position, maybe non-submit, maybe, or non.
Well, I would say that you're controlling.
Yeah, just the control.
You have control.
Okay. Yeah, we just call it containment. So what I mean by containment position is like when you get in the arm bar and you have the elbow high and you're holding them and you're making sure you're keeping the position proper, right? Yeah, they just call it control, but we call it contain because you're just containing them. That means they can try to move around, but you've got to hold of them real good. Now, at this point, you can put the arm bar early, okay, too early, and you don't have control, then you can hurt your partner. Does that make sense? You guys understand what I'm saying? Because that's why I don't teach the purple belts the exact proper way. Even the adult purple belts, I don't teach them the exact proper way to do an arm bar. Because if I do, when they go to do it on somebody, they'll just do it too fast and they'll hurt somebody. Does that make sense? And so, yeah, one time when he was, well, a long time ago, when he was like a rank reader. He was a low.
Yeah, white belt denim is a thing because people don't know their own strength when they're trying to do a move. Sorry, that's not true.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know this guy who he's a country boy, good old boy, hardworking man, a welder, army veteran. He's shorter than me, but stout. And this is the type of guy that hunts wild boars and kill them with a knife, like the old ways. And I've seen him like rear naked choke a boar. And I might have way more skill than him, but his raw thrown hay bale strength, it hurts. And he had to learn to like, and it took a while to like, for him not to like just bump into you like with all his force. It's like, bro, we have other people on the mat. We're gonna fly into them. Oh, I'm sorry. And you meant well. It's just, and then it took that time to like, you don't have to throw your raw strength. I'm not a wild boar, I'm a training partner. But it's nice to know I want him on my side if we're ever in a fight. But yeah, it's having some mat awareness and some just starting off slower than fast and aggressive so you don't hurt your partner, so we don't come back and keep training because we're growing together, we're helping each other become better martial artists and people.
Yeah, it's not called break jiu-jitsu, it's called jiu-jitsu.
You want to break stuff?
Jiu-jitsu.
We got...
Yeah. Jew, again, to his point, Jew, the word Jew means gentle. That's actually what it means. So, gentle, jiu-jitsu technically means gentle technique, is technically what it means.
But
so,
it's not gentle, really. It's gentle for you, not them.
It's gentle for you, probably, yeah. I mean, it depends. You can, the point is, you have control. You can put it on gentle. A strike, you can't really put it on gentle. If you hit somebody and you're in war, you can't be gentle about that. If you grab somebody and wrench their arm, that's a gentle way of stopping them, right? except unless you break it all the way, and that's not quite as gentle. But if you wrench it, then they're hurting for a second. They can't really use it very well, and then you can continue to do whatever it is that you want to do. Or they drop the weapon. That's really most of the time what it's for. They have a weapon in their hand. You crack whatever it is, the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder. They can't use that weapon, and then you can continue to go and do what you want to do. In our case, we're using Jiu-Jitsu as a peacemaking device. You guys understand that? It's one of the hardest things to teach people in Jiu-Jitsu is that Jiu-Jitsu is about, and even Aikido too is the same thing, right? It's about maintaining peace. It's about strengthening your relationship with the other person, no matter who they are. The Bible talks about love your enemies, and that's a hard thing for most people to think about. They think, love your enemies. What? Can't do that. Well, believe it or not, part of loving your enemies is learning to understand where they're coming from so that you can change their mind on things. Does that make sense? Okay? It's not about opposing that person, which is what Jiu-Jitsu is. This is honestly why I love martial arts, guys, is because it mirrors relational life, and that's what life is about. It's about relationships. You guys understand what I'm saying? When you move with your partner, right? If we're here and we're moving around doing Jiu-Jitsu, right? We're using, see how he's moving and I'm moving with him. He moves, he does something. I might move with him. He might move, I might back out, and I might come in, right? And he comes in, and I might come push, and he comes up. See how we're moving with each other in this case. See, and then now he gets position. I may want him to get that position. Now he comes here, maybe like so. Maybe I take him back, right? And then he moves, yeah. See? He gets that position, I might try to take back, whatever we're doing. But we're learning to move with a partner, and we're learning the person. You guys understand what I'm saying? We're learning the moves, and then we're also, this is the other key, we're learning about ourselves. I didn't know I could do that. Whoa, I just did that. That was cool. That's the cool thing. To me, that's really cool. When you start doing things, you're like, nobody even taught me that. Cool. You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay, because what that tells you is that even in situations where you think everything's out of control, you can pull something out. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you have to have that inner trust that that's possible. Okay? And that only comes much easier. It comes much easier from training. Because once you train a lot, you start realizing, wow, I can do this. Hey, I can do that. Hey, I'm not worried. Like the other day, I was putting a lot of pressure on him. And he was like, you know, before I would have started freaking out, but I just actually just relaxed. I mean, it was pressure, and normally I'd just be like, hey, get him off of me, get him off of me. But he was just like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. That calmness, that ability to be calm in a situation that seems heavy and pressure and bills and blah, blah, that ability to do that is priceless. You guys understand what I'm saying? So that's, to me, that's what you guys are learning. I don't see as you guys just learning techniques. This is something that when you start really understanding it, when you get out into the real world, you start going, things go wrong and you go, wait a second. I remember when things went wrong and I was underneath that guy and I pulled this out and I just saw it. So something can happen. So there's a way that's trust. You guys understand what I'm saying? You start understanding those things. So you're no longer, this part of the reason, not the full reason, because I inherited most of it from my mom because I'm a calm person, but that's part of the reason why sometimes it drives my wife crazy because she's like, you need to be mad with me about this. But that's part of the reason why I can be more calm in a lot of different situations. You guys understand that? Because I've learned that through training. I've actually learned it's worse if I get excited about it because it's almost like you cause your own problem. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If I was at that door, right, and I've had a student actually cut their foot on the edges of those. So you guys always watch when you're walking through those doors with bare feet, okay? But I had him cut his foot walking outside of one of those doors. So let's say I walk through that door, I cut my foot, and I go, man, I hate this foot. What do you think would happen if I'm standing in that door and I just start kind of losing my mind over, what do you think's gonna happen?
You're gonna get hurt again.
Gonna get hurt again. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm actually gonna cause my own issue by getting all mad and excited and no, this should never happen. I'm gonna cause another problem. I'm making it worse. You see what I'm saying? But when you learn, when we're rolling around, you learn, this person's got me, let me move. I'm like, wait a second. How do I relax and oh wait, he's not actually fully getting me, okay? Oh, he stepped over here, maybe. Hey, I got on that. All right, now I can. You guys understand what I'm saying? It teaches you that. That's what you're learning, okay? Okay, we're gonna do one more round. One thing that I want you guys to do is think about getting in, I brought all that up, getting in a controlled position. Try to get in a position where you can kind of control them. I think most of you guys are doing that. But once you get in a controlled position, go ahead and put I'm gonna have you do it to me actually. Come in here and do the paintbrush on me real quick. We're just gonna use a simple technique. Yeah, he can do it from side mount, that's fine. Okay, so once he gets in position, he can start to put his paintbrush on, okay? That's what I want. I want you guys to get the position first though. So what's the position? What's the position that he's in? Huh? Side mount. So he's in side mount for now, is he in a good enough side mount for me to not be able to move at all? Can anybody tell me? No, I know, I can tell. He can tell too. He's not in a good enough position for me. I can get out of this because he doesn't have control of my elbows. He's not high enough to surpass my feet, so I can move him with my legs. You guys see that? He doesn't have my elbows or my arm in this position right now. He doesn't have my elbows and my arm taken care of, so I can start to move those. Okay, so get him in a position where I can't move very well at all. Okay, now that's a little bit better. So he's got me pretty much in the position. There you go. There you go. Now he's got my elbow. So it's very hard for me to be able to move. The higher he's got this is what I mean by position. You move, see, I can't, it's hard for me to really hit him with my knees. He's in a better position now.
I'm widening my base.
He's winding his base and I'm kind of stuck right here. So now it's harder for me to be able to try to get out. You guys understand? Go back to where you were. If he comes back to where he was here, now I've got all this space to be able to move. Hold on to my arm a little bit. Okay, got all this space to be able to move. I can get under him here. You guys see my hand? Hello. Okay, I can get under his leg. See my hello. See how I can move him? I can do all that. Okay, because he doesn't have my arm. So what I'm saying is, get position to where you can keep them down first, so you can control to get into whatever the arm bar, paintbrush, whatever the technique, guillotine choke, whatever it is that you guys want to do. Make sure you have the position really good first, and then do it. Don't try to do it before you have the position in the beginning, okay? Later on, it's good. Like for instance, we do this all the time. So if I'm here like this, right, and he's coming in or whatever, and I can come in and I can go like this. See? Yeah, you guys don't see it, but I'm wrist locking him right now. Okay, so that allows me, I can transfer here and start to try to do wrist locks. That's okay later, but right now don't do that, because unless you've got it really, really good, it's not gonna matter. So try to get position first. Okay, last round, guys. Get you a partner, hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Right, my foot's asleep. Good. Sorry. Sorry. No, you don't. I'm gonna keep it at
By his leg.
a mouse or guard or something like that. fun. You know more. Sorry. Close the door for her. Movie, go stay here. Go stay here. Go team, I'm not going to do that now.
Nice, good job.
Alright. And go!
Oh, well, I forgot.
Body in motion. Body in motion. Bird lock. Hi.
Can you at least try to keep